the religious orders,
Yes.
hmm the various monasteries by ecclesiastical church authority.
Yes.
You know, I like the ecclesiastical church authority in the courts of the church.
Yes.
Once I get these laws enforced, I'm going to want to use that ecclesiastical court.
Yeah.
I know France is going to be upset, but I really do feel that I have the right to use any and all forms of law in any nation of the world.
Yes.
Now, let's say I did email. Well, I'm wanting the Pope to hear some cases. Francis,
Yeah.
it's Paul. I want you to be the judge of your Catholic priests,
Yes.
your nuns, and your monks.
Ah! Ah!
Now, no man is bound to accuse himself except before God.
Yes.
Now, let's say I went to God this morning,
Yes.
and I said, God,
Mhm.
am I vain for thinking that I should have my rights enforced? Am I vain for thinking that I'm an unattractive man?
Yeah.
Am I vain for thinking this? Francis, I'm going to want to try some cases in your ecclesiastical courts.
Yes.
Could you get me the judges in Catholicism
Yes.
and any of the judges in the Orthodoxy? Now, since it's a form of law
Yes.
known as spiritual,
Yes, it does.
I'm kind of thinking that I want to use your courts and as that persecuted American citizen
Yes.
where they refuse to enforce my rights.
Yes.
They say I'm vain for thinking that you can't use forgeries to issue court orders,
Right.
that you can't have look-alike spouses.
Right.
I'm going to want to try some court cases in the Vatican. Now, for every judge of Christianity for the last 2,000 years,
Yes.
do you have a record of the actual judgments of any of those in Catholicism? Could you go to that little library you have there right now? I'd like to know the judgments.
Yes. The judgments.
Francis, I'd like to know the judgment.